Hi, in this video, we'll be discussing GMAT Official Guide 2017 edition Quant Problem Solving question number 100. Let's have a look at this question. If you look at this question, the question says Mark and Anne together were allocated n boxes of cookies to sell for a club project. So both Mark and Anne was allocated n number of boxes to sell for a club project. Mark sold 10 boxes less than n. So Mark sold 10 boxes less than n means if there are 20 boxes, Mark would have sold 10 boxes. That is 20 minus 10. So that means n minus 10 boxes what Mark sold. So let's put this as sold. Okay. And Anne sold 2 boxes less than n. So that means this is n minus 2 boxes. Okay. If Mark and Anne have each sold at least one box of cookies, so they have sold at least one, right? I mean, they have sold minimum one, that is they are trying to say n minus 10 is at least greater than or equal to 1, and likewise n minus 2 is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, so that is n is greater than or equal to 11 and n is greater than or equal to 3. Correct, we can take 10 both sides. Otherwise we can add both the sides in the inequality without changing the order. Here add both the sides with plus 2 without changing the order of the inequality. But both together they have sold boxes less than n boxes. They have sold less than n boxes both together. So basically they are trying to say n minus 10 is what Mark has sold and Anne has sold n minus 2. Both together has sold less than n boxes, right? So less than n. Okay, so when we solve for this is the final expression. When we solve for this, we can cancel off 1, right? We can subtract both the sides with n without changing the order of the inequality. Adding or subtracting does not change the order of the inequality. When we subtract 1 this side n, and this will become n minus n 0, so we will have basically n minus 12 less than 0, right? So n minus 12 is less than 0 means if we add both the sides plus 12, then it will become n is less than 12, right? So n value has to be less than 12, and we also know that n has to be greater than 11 because Mark has sold greater than or equal to 11 boxes. So here in that case, only possible answer which matches that condition is answer choice A, which is 11. All other answer choices are either greater than 12, right? Equal to 12 or more than 12. So we can eliminate the answer choice B, C, D, E because n value has to be less than 12, which is n value is 11 here. Okay. So I hope this is clear. Answer has to be here A. It's a simple straightforward inequality type question. All you need to do is follow the question and know the basic rules of inequality. Like adding or subtracting both the sides of the inequality will not change the order. Here in this case, adding both the sides in the inequality plus 10 does not change the order. Likewise, subtracting both the sides with n here, right? Here in this case, subtracting both the sides with n will not change the order of the inequality. It will remain the same. Okay, only when we multiply or divide by a negative number, order of the inequality flips. Okay, I hope this is clear. Answer has to be here A, 11. Now let's see what is an alternative way of solving this question. Alternative way of solving this question is of course back solving because we have numbers and answer choices. So whenever we have numbers and answer choices, what we can do is we can assume the middle answer choice as the correct answer. Then we will work along with the question and check whether it matches the condition of the question. If it does not matches, based out of the value which we got, we will look for the above answer choice and the below answer choices above and below answer choices of C, right? So that's the process of back solving, right? So let's try to do the same process here. So first process in the back solving is labeling the answer choice. Here the answer choice represents the value of n. I'm going to assume the value of n as 13, right? So why we assume the answer choice C? Because always the answer choices, whenever there are numbers, always answer choice will be in ascending or a descending order. So it's better to assume the answer choice C and work along with the question. So I'm going to assume n as 13. Okay, now according to the question, Mark and Anne together were allocated n boxes of cookies to sell for a project. Okay, so they are allocated this much they have to sell, right? So n is equal to 13, right? Mark sold 10 boxes less than n. So Mark sold 10 boxes less than n means n is 13, so Mark sold 3 boxes. Whereas Anne sold, right? Whereas and sold 2 boxes less than n. So in that case, and sold 11 boxes. Okay, if Mark and N have sold at least 1 boxes, we can see that he sold 3, he sold 11, but together they have sold less than n boxes. Together is 3 plus 11, which is 14 here, right, which is not lesser than 13. Not It has to be lesser than 13, which is not lesser than 13, right? 3 plus 11. So in that case, we can eliminate the answer choice C. Even if you have the slightest of the doubt whether you need to choose a bigger value or a smaller value, choose some value, right? Go ahead and choose one. You will get a pattern, then you can figure out whether I need a bigger value or a smaller value. So let's try n is equal to, n is equal to 14. It is value of n as 14. If value of n is 14, Mark sold 10 boxes less than n, so Mark sold 4 boxes. Whereas Anne sold 2 boxes less, so that means Anne sold 12 boxes, right? So both put together they have sold 16 boxes, right? 12 plus 4 is 16, right? 4 plus 12 is less than 16, is equal to 16, which is not less than 14 because n has to be 14, right? And that both together has to be selling less than the n, right? Which is not matching the condition. Eliminate D. Now you can see that the value of both together is getting increased, right? So in that case, we can eliminate answer choice E as well. It has to be either 11 or 12. So out of the 11 or 12, try with answer choice 11 now, right? So if n is equal to 11, then m is equal to 10 boxes less, then m is equal to 1, and it also matches the condition that Mark and Anne have to sold at least 1 box. Yes, Mark is selling at least 1, and Anne is selling 2 boxes less, so that means Anne is selling 9 boxes, right? So m plus a plus m, that is Mark and Anne together sold 10 boxes, 1 plus 9, which is of course less than 11, right? Which is n value 11. So 10 is less than 11, so which matches the condition. So only option which is matching the condition here has to be 11. You can eliminate the answer choice 12, right? So once you got the answer, you no need to worry about whether other things will match or what. You can eliminate all the other answer choices because GMAT will have only one answer in your out of the 5 answer choices, only one correct answer is possible. So answer has to be here A, 11. I hope this is clear. Thank you.